Good evening and welcome to my Sunday live. Hi Joanna, first on. Hello, hello. Hope you are all well. You might be able to tell it's been a little bit sunny here today. Whoops. I may have caught the sunshine. And I had my Factor 50 with me. I just missed putting it. I did my face and then I missed there. And this arm was fine. And this arm was not. So I am a little bit... Oh, look, I managed to do a thumbs up. I don't know how I do that. I don't know. I could do... But yes, I really... Yes, ouch. I put some after sun on. I keep putting after sun on it. I can do love hearts. I know what I'm doing with love hearts, but I don't know how I get the thumbs up. I don't know what I'm doing to get the thumbs up. But anyway, I've got my own personal radiator tonight. There we go. So I know, Terry. Like, whoops. My own silly fault. I was on the beach and I was really conscious I'd put like decent factor on my face. I'd put it on my legs. When my legs were out, I kept spraying it on my legs. It was just a gentle breeze coming across and I just hadn't felt that the sun was, and I'd forgot to put it on my arms. That's the way it goes, isn't it? I should have put it on before I left the house. Anywho, I do have some central heating going on. Ooh. So I shared a card for Fancy Friday. If you haven't checked out Fancy Friday either on Facebook or Instagram, Fancy Friday is a monthly challenge group made up of current or previous artisans, Stampin' Up artisans, and there's a challenge each month. You can join in the challenge and share your card as well. But this month we have been sharing colour combinations. So if you go and check out Fancy Friday Instagram, I don't know if I can share. I don't know how well it will share on here actually. But there you go. There is a whole array of colour combinations going on their feed. So if you are stuck, it starts here where that purple box is, and then there's all these colour combinations going on throughout the month. So if you're stuck or looking for some inspiration or different colour combinations, I would definitely check out Fancy Friday and give them a follow. I thought I'd recreate the flowers from my card and then make a card with you. I might also get out the citrus blooms as well. No, so I think it's on Facebook as well. I tend to just follow them and see the stuff on Fancy Friday. It is on Facebook as well, so you'll be able to follow Facebook if that is your preferred method, and it's all on there as well. So there you go. But there's some awesome colour combinations on there. So my card was using the Enduring Beauty, inspired by flowers that are in our garden. So I'm going to watercolour them and then create a fancy fold card, but a basic fancy fold card. I was reminded of this card during my Card and a Cuppa group, or maybe a class, I can't remember, but the lovely Becky shared a card and it was using this fold, and I thought I haven't done that fold in ages. I thought it would be a good opportunity. I love that fold that I'm going to... I love the fold that I'm going to share with you. It's so easy. But we will get creating with the flowers first. I do, despite being rather toasty hot, I do have a cup of tea. I fancied a cup of tea. I was going to grab a juice, but I'll have a nice cup of tea. Right, let's see. This just kind of just about fits on this block. You have to twist it one way, it fits better than the other. I've got a slight leaf overhang on either edge. I should really use either my Stamparatus or my larger block, but they're so heavy, aren't they? The big blocks are so heavy. I prefer to use an E-block where I can get away with it. So, shall we? Hey, Melissa. Hey, Jackie. So, shall we heat emboss in black? And then, do you know, I was looking about half an hour ago or so, I was having a quick look back through my live videos and looking at the cover photos of my lives. And I don't think I've used this set on a live, or I have, and it just didn't feature on the cover photo. I know I've done a class with this set. I can't believe I couldn't quite believe that I haven't used it on a live with you all. I must have done at some point. Anyway, it's Enduring Beauty. This is one of the stamp sets that comes with the lovely masks, but we are going to watercolour. So our Versamark, and I don't use this tray, but maybe I could give it a go. I'm going to use my Wow New Black Primary Ebony Regular, it's called. And this tray usually just decorates the side. But I will use it. It comes as part of the embossing additions kit. So you get the embossing buddy and a brush and some tweezers and this tray. And then if you unscrew this, then you can pour it all back into the pot, which is handy dandy. Right. Let's heat this up. Joanna says, love this bundle. It's a gorgeous one, isn't it? Beautiful flowers to colour. Hey, Hazel. Good evening, good evening. Nearly there. Just so glossy. That black is it's really lovely. Very, shiny. Very impressed with that. Good evening, Wendy. What day are we today? Sunday. Maybe Friday. I'm doing a little bit of a tidy up of my mailing list and having a sort out of groups and things like that. And I will be emailing out to everyone who isn't currently on my newsletter list to see if people would like to still receive my newsletter. So there's an email coming out. For many of you, you may be on my newsletter list. And if you're not and you'd like to be, then there is a sign-up form on my blog. I'm sending out weekly emails with inspiration. It's going to be no more than weekly. If you think, oh goodness, I'm going to sign up to more emails, but it's going to be no more than weekly because I can't manage that. But it's going to have my blog posts and inspiration and extras just for those who have signed up to my newsletter. So do come and sign up if you would like to hear from me about upcoming classes, and I share my lives. If you've missed a live, I share my lives on there. So all sorts of bits and pieces, but roughly once a week that will be coming out. And as I say, there is a sign up button on my website, coastalcrafts.com. So if you're not already signed up to that, then feel free to come on over. Jackie asks, is it easier to use the masks when you emboss first? I don't think so. So the way the masks will sit, you've got to line up the image anyway. So as long as you can see the image, the masks are going to work with or without the embossing. Obviously, if you want it embossed, then I would emboss first, then mask. But I'm going to watercolour. Janice says, looks beautiful, embossed in copper. Coloured in gorgeous grape and blackberry bliss. Oh, that sounds lovely. Terry says, yeah, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Terry said, you should like to see that. Beautiful. Copper is a hidden gem, isn't it? Right, I have pulled out. Now, I can't remember if this is what I said my colour combination was when I made the card. I'm thinking I might need a lighter colour as well. Pumpkin, poppy, shaded spruce, daffodil delight is what I am missing. That was my colour combination, and I will share with you the flowers that I was inspired by. I will post them on here after the live. Is probably the easiest way to do that. Parade. Oh, bless you, Joanna. Right, let's add some water. Just pop that to one side. We will do the green. I'll do this fairly loose watercolouring. I'm not going to worry about trying to stay in the lines too much, although I don't want to go out everywhere outside the lines, but can you see that okay? Good evening and thank you for joining. Hey Rebecca. I was just talking about you. I'm going to make this card into one of those fancy folds that you shared with me and reminded me that where you've got the fold in the middle. I said you shared one of the cards with that style, and I thought I haven't made that in ages, so it was in my mind. You had reminded me of it. So this is shaded spruce. I went for a darker green. Don't usually pull in shaded spruce. I'm normally a granny apple or a lemon lime twist green with my go-tos. The mask, I am, Terry. She said, are you using watercolor paper? Yes, I am. What was I going to say? On the masks, the buds are on the leaf layer, so they will colour green. Obviously, you can colour them as you wish. Even with the mask, you can colour them as you wish, because you can blend those each part separately if you like. So I'm going to do the Daffodil Delight. Trying not to mix the green. That is the danger, isn't it? Not to get that mixed in. You're welcome. Becky says, thank you for inspirational class. It was fun, wasn't it? We had the class on Friday and Saturday night using the Mediterranean Blooms suite. So Citrus Blooms bundle. And we made 3 cards on the Friday night and 3 cards on Saturday night. So if you have missed that and would like to still see the project, see the instructions, see the replay of the class, it is all still available. I haven't moved over to my replay section yet. It is in my live class section on my website. But if you purchase that, then you'll have access to all the replays from Friday and Saturday. And of course, the instructions. And that is in A4 cardstock in centimetres and letter cardstock in inches. So wherever you are in the world, I've got you covered. Right, we've got Daffodil Delight going on there. Now we're going to add in some pumpkin and some Poppy Parade. Now, what I will say about both Pumpkin and Poppy Parade is they are like saturating colours. They're bold colours. So you're not going to want to add loads of them. You're going to want to, go steady, and you can always add more. Danette says, wonderful class. On behind the classes, I'm crafting along with the Spot on Nature class. Oh, that's a fun one. It's a fun fold in that one. Enjoy. Melissa says, yet to finish Saturday, but the online instructions are good. Oh, bless you. And you've obviously got the video as well. So, right, we're going to dab in the pumpkin. Yeah, it's always fun. So sometimes with my double classes, I do say, for example, the Mediterranean suite. Sometimes I will do a Friday evening in one colourway, and then I'll do the Saturday in another colourway, like an alternative to the suite. But the suite is so gorgeous. All of the projects over the Friday and the Saturday are all in the sweet colours, because they're just I couldn't stop making with it. It was beautiful. It is beautiful. Right, I'm going to pick up a little bit of Poppy Parade. Let me just show you. I'm just taking a little dab, and I want to add some touches of red into the edge of those leaves. There's still moisture in the colour that I put down, so that's where it's running. And if there isn't colour, water. Like say this yellow one's maybe dried a little bit. Let's add a little bit more water to that before we add in the touch of red. Isn't ever such a light touch, because otherwise you'll just end up with red flowers. So a bit of an unusual colour combination, especially for kind of summer. But as I say, I've got some lilies that have got this tone to them, and they're just gorgeous. They're really pretty, and so that's where I got my inspiration from. Got a little bit of red into the centre of that one. And it mixes with the pumpkin as well, so you don't even have to have like the red, it's just a dark orange because it mixes in. Does anyone think they might give this colour combination a go? It's quite bold. If you like your subtle colours, this is probably not for you. But something a little bit different, isn't it? Okay. The other thing I did, and I thought I shared this in my Card and Cuppa membership group, some of my brushes had gathered. Oh, bless you, Jackie. Thank you. And Terry. Oh, Liz, you found me. Some of my brushes had gathered what I can only assume was kind of stagnant water, a bit of mould maybe inside that brush, because they'd sat around with water in them and got a bit grubby. Not all of them, but a few of them. And I empty the water out and I squidge it out and I fill it back up again, and it doesn't really do very much. I used, the little brushes you get for cleaning the reusable straws. And I used one of them to clean it inside, and it has come up. All the brushes have come up. Really, so it's worthwhile doing. And I've just run warm water through the tip of the brush just to make sure, and squeezed out warm water through the brush, and just really given them a good kind of MOT. But just to make sure there's no kind of stagnant water in our barrels, I suppose, because I leave mine sitting. I mean, I don't empty that out when I'm finished after crafting. I just leave it on the desk, and so that it is subject to kind of that happening, I guess. So there you go, a little cleaning tip for you. Right, let's put the things out of the way. Thanks, Liz. Right, let me heat this up or dry it off. This absolutely has, it's like a little, look up brush for cleaning straws. You've got a reusable straw, Hazel. Like a little a straw cleaning brush. There you go. That kind of thing. Can you see that on the screen? Not sure. But like they're a long cleaning brush that will get down right into the barrel of the remind me not to ask for a straw. I don't like paper straws. They drive me mad. So we've got some really good medium-sized straws for like smoothies and things. Don't use them very often. But I don't like paper straws. They They just collapse. I know why they are. I know why they use them. I'm all for the environmentally friendly aspect, but I'd rather use a reusable one. Right. Good evening, MOT. Oh, someone help me out. What does motor? It's what you have done to your car, Mary. You have like an MOT, like a check that your oil's there and your windscreen wipers are not faulty and your lights are working. You have like a little service, like a little not a service, but a check. Don't know what it stands for. That's funny. You must have to have that on your car. Do you have to have that on your car to check that it's like a roadworthy check? Robert uses one for his silicone ones. Exactly, that's it. Yeah, just borrow one permanently, Hazel. I think he could owe you a straw. A cleaner thing. Funny. Yes, but we don't call it that. Yeah, I don't know I'll need to look it up now. I say these things and I think I don't know what it stands for actually. Motor something. I don't know. Someone's going to Google it for me. Who's going to be first past the post with cleaning, of course. A tune-up. Yeah. Yeah, we have like it's kind of a tune-up, but it's like you put it in and they check that you could fail an MOT test, like if your light is broken or your indicators aren't working, or so it's like a check that you've got your basics. You got your MOT due for your car tomorrow, Lizzie. Oh, I hope it passes. First time. It's always a bit of a job, isn't it? Because you've got to get it down to the garage, and then do you wait, or do you get someone to drop you down, or it's like, that and filling my car up with petrol. Ugh, worst jobs. I mean, I'm sure there's worse, but I don't like filling my car up with petrol. Do you like cutting better than die cutting? I just am die cutting because I don't know immediately where my dies are to hand because I wasn't organised enough to have got them out. So I'm going to spend longer rifling for them. If I was doing this, I probably would die cut this flower, to be fair, just because it's a simple and big one that would. Ministry of Transport test. Is it really? There you go. Lizzie says, so do I. I'm dropping it and my boyfriend's bringing me home. So, oh yeah, you got a horrible bug. Oh, I hope you're feeling a bit better, Lizzie. Right, let's do this fold. Let's do this fold for this card. So, need some. Now, I could do similar to or same as I did for. I do basic white. I'm going to do basic white base, but I might bring in some Daffodil Delight layers and maybe a little bit of stripes with the Daffodil Delight. So just sending your car to church. Pray for Lizzie's car, everybody, that it passes the MOT. Right, I've only got the score lines in centimetres, so I apologise. I do have them in inches somewhere, so when I post this card on my blog, I will put the measurements for both for you. And it's likely to go up on my blog tomorrow because I am not at work tomorrow. I've got an extra day of leave, which is lovely. But I do have a few things on my list, as always. Right, so I'm scoring at 5.1, 7.6, 13.3, and 15.9. Now, oh, thank you, Paul. So who says on the keen and fussy cutting? There was a post. I'd seen a few people post the same thing actually, because the Olympics is on at the moment, isn't it? So if we could have this question actually, if crafting, if crafting was an Olympic sport, what would be your, what would be your skill? I immediately thought, I think I would like to take part in the fussy cutting, the fussy cutting event. I feel like, oh, were you watching? Was he good? I've got to do a bit of catch up on the swimming. Right. This is still watercolor. So that folds. The card will stand like this. So you've got this center section where this flower is going to sit across. Pretty, huh? So, yes, Lizzie, yours would be colouring. Second place, fussy cutting. But yes, colouring I think would be your top sport. Absolutely. Your colouring is gorgeous. All right. I'm in the gold. I'd certainly try. Right. What did I have? 5. So I can't remember what I scored this edge at. 5.1, something like that. So I'm gonna do 2 will be 4.2, I think. My brain is not in gear. 4.7. No, actually, if I go 4.5, then I've got space to put myself together in a minute. Sorry. Anne-Marie would be making boxes. Liz would be tidying up. It would. Terry, I wouldn't even. Terry said I wouldn't make the tidying up team. Liz would be there with her mini bin. Liz is very good at class at requesting and tidying up. She's top tier tidy upper. 14.2. And I will put one in the middle. I'm gonna paint on these in a second. So this is 14.2, and then I think that's 5, and I should have sorted my measurements out before I came on. I should have cut these panels. Maybe a bit less. You'd be in the messy team. Right. You be in the hoarding team. Liz Hazel says she'd be in the hoarding team. You could be stacking as well. You could maybe see how high you could stack your projects half done, along with your beautiful coloured pencils in rainbow order. Maybe rearranging blends and coloured pencils into rainbow order at speed could be a great one. Speed organising. Right, these panels I am going to take the Daffodil Delight Jan said, I would be organising and labelling. Oh, I love to organise and label. Yes. To print out the Dymo labels, see how fast we could label things. Right, I'm looking for my large paintbrush. So this one, you get the small, medium, and large in the paintbrushes. That's the medium, and that's the very largest. And so I'm going to do the same as I've done on my sample one, not sample, but my Fancy Friday project. And I'm going to add some Daffodil Delight stripes. So we're going to go stripes across here. I love the thickness of this brush for these stripes. So cool. Oh, you've been productive today, Claire. She says, finished 2 classes today and feel good. Nice to get some projects done and the box is emptied and into the recycling. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, I couldn't mute the microphone quick enough for those sneezes. Apologies. Oh, my subtitles are off. I'm watching at the hospital on mute, and so I can't seem to get subtitles. I wonder if that's on YouTube. You're watching on YouTube, aren't you? Let me have a quick peek to see. Everyone can see options. Just do a quick peek and see subtitles. Oh, it just says video is processing, check back later. Why are the subtitles not coming up? There isn't a button I can immediately press that's obvious to me. I haven't changed my subtitle setting. I wonder if subtitles don't come up on Facebook, do they? I don't know if anyone's watching on there. Right, we've got the stripes. Mary says, I don't think subtitles are available when you're live. Yeah, I think it processes it. I think it processes it afterwards, maybe. Is that a yes to subtitles being available on Facebook, Karen? Because if it is, I will... Hopefully they will be there. They are. Would someone on YouTube please kindly let Kim know that the subtitles are available on Facebook? I would be very, very grateful if someone could pop her a message. Or in the chat, just let her know. That would be really kind of you. Right, let me glue these on. Shall we have... I'm wondering if I need to pop them up on... I don't know if I need to... Oh, I was going to pop them on a layer of yellow. We need something else, don't we? What else might we need on this card? What about a circle? We've got a large circle. Look at that. It can sit there. Maybe some ribbon. I wonder if... Now, this is Shy Shamrock, which is like a lighter tone of shaded spruce, actually. And I think that will go nicely. I've been chopping this ribbon up a lot lately to make it thinner, which I might do. This one. So I cut the length of this ribbon. These are, I wish I could get ribbon scissors from Stampin' Up, but they don't do them. So I invested in a pair of decent ribbon scissors. Whilst a new pair of snips will cut ribbon beautifully, all my snips have been used paper. And so they will snip ribbon, but they don't cut very easily going up the length, and they're smaller as well. So those ribbon scissors are much bigger for going up the length of the ribbon, and it does make it very easy. So this ribbon frays beautifully. That's better. She can see what I'm saying now. Wonderful. Yeah, I thought the subtitles were automatic on YouTube, but I've learned something new tonight. I didn't realise they came on after, but I guess it kind of makes sense. But right, I've taken some strands of that ribbon and I'm going to tie that together into a bow, and we'll just make that a bit smaller. Hold that in the middle. Pull it a bit smaller. What if we just tuck that on the edge? So I've got on my desk the autumn leaves bundles that we used the other week, and in here are these 3 dies, and this die here is brilliant as a label die for sentiments. So I think I'm going to chop this one out and use this as my label. We just need to find the sentiment to put on it. I do like the sentiment in changing leaves that says a little note to brighten your day, and it's just that one there in that lovely font, my little type font. So I'm going to put that in there, and it is a super bright and cheerful card, isn't it, Joanna? It's yeah. There's nothing much subtle about this card, is there? It's a bright one. So I knew that was going to happen. Blobbed the glue out, but it was just sticking. It's going to go up in there. And then this one will go on the centre. And then in terms of where you would write your sentiment, you would write it in the back here. So if you were writing a message, you could write it on that back panel. There's nowhere on the front of the, the opening of the card to write a sentiment, but it does fit into your envelope. So it fits into a standard size envelope. And I'll pop that up on some dimensionals and then just decide, I think that can just sit under there actually. That'll be nice. Maybe a bit higher up there. So let's put that onto some dimensionals. And so as a demo, we got sneak peeks of the new September to December mini catalogue this week. I'm all muddled with days, but not long ago. And there's some good stuff coming. So we can place our pre-order. So early access to products as a demo. So if that's something you would like, then feel free to message me. I can talk to you more about that. But the pre-order is going to be 6th of August. So not long after that, we'll have some products, new sneaky peek products to share with you. It feels a bit odd as the day was so warm today to be even thinking about autumn and Christmas stuff. But I know if you're making lots, then you kind of need to get ahead. So okay, let's put this on with a little dimensional. Lovely Annette, tuning in late. This is gorgeous. Bless you. It's a total case of my own card. So I made a card very similar to this for the Fancy Friday challenge, which was colour combinations. And there are some awesome cards over there, as always. But this month there is so many different colour combinations that you might not even think of. But I've done a fancy fold with the same flower. Let's trim these, give him a haircut. Don't want them lower than the card. I might allow this ribbon to stay together at some point, but I'm slightly addicted to pulling it apart and fraying it. It's been the only way that I've been using it lately. Love it. Right, there we go. That is what time are we at? 9:20. Have we got time for another one? Can I make another one quickly? I'm going to do the same fold, but I was going to do one with the oranges maybe, just because they've been on my desk, and then use some designer paper for the background. Are we up for a Mediterranean one? I can get some gems. Do the Shy Shamrock gems. Joanna says, yeah, Always, yes. Got time for another. Yes, please. Oh, I'll see you on catch up. You get some good sleep, Hazel. You're up early. Alarm set for 5:30. We'll see you on the replay. Right, let's do. I don't think I'm going to heat emboss. I think I might just do stays on just for a bit of speed. A bit of ease and speed. So if you don't have heat embossing, I mean, heat embossing is awesome. Thank you, Hazel. But stays on will give you an outline that you can watercolour with. There we go. And let's bring you in. So I'm just going to do quick kind of watercolouring on this. We'll go peach pie, quick / loose watercolouring, I think, probably, but quick. I used blends for the colouring in the class. So if you're thinking of joining the replay version of that, it's all blend colouring. Pumpkin pie, peach pie, granny apple, and daffodil delight. So yellow. Right. Come back to the oranges in a minute. Let's just do a little bit of yellow. And then green. So I want a brighter green. Should we do? I know Annette's on here now, so just especially for you, Annette, I'm going to do lemon lime twist. It's not her favourite. I'm just being mean. But I'm going to do lemon lime twist. And the twigs I'll do in a crumb cake, I think. I say twigs, the branches, the twigs, twiggy bits. Get all the technical names from me. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Like how bright the green is. It's definitely citrusy, isn't it? It's that citrus limey, like you've got your lemons and your oranges and your limes. It definitely goes with the citrus vibe. Just add a bit more. Okay, grab a little bit more dark there. You want to go darker, you could add some granny apple green. If you wanted to add some darker layers to that. And then on the stem, I might go pecan pie rather than crumb cake, But I will go very careful with this because it's very thin. I could potentially grab the thinner brush. I'm almost holding my breath doing that. It's very thin. Morning, Joan. Way over in Australia. That's all orange. This is pumpkin pie. We're just getting some darker shading. You could potentially add a little bit of, actually I might do that, I might add a touch, a small touch of Poppy Parade in there just to really darken that up. To give it a little darker shade of orange. There. So we've got our watercoloured oranges. Shall we do a navy card base with the blues in this suite? Is beautiful, isn't it? So we could do Night of Navy. And I'll bring this in for anyone who didn't see it the first time around. We're going to cut the card in half. And then we're going to score. As I say, I've only got it in A4 and centimetres at the moment. But I will put the measurements for letter and inches on my blog post. So 5.1, 7.6, 13.3 and 15.9. Now 16 on this trimmer is this line. So it's just a notch back from that. You could turn it and do the measurement the other way if you find that 16 point difficult to see on the trimmer. Take the bone folder. Oh, thank you, ladies. Cherry and brown is a beautiful colouring. I love watercolouring. It's my fave. Right, let's do. I've got this scrap bit of paper left on my desk. Oh, it's the internet being napkin. What a shame. Right. 14 and a half. 5. I keep measuring this and the measurement keeps going out my head. 5. I do 4.7. On the designer paper. And then I will grab the dies for this because they are immediately to hand because I did a class last night. So pop that through. Just going to give that a blast with a heat gun. Oh, thank you. Very kind of you. Right. This will fit through the die for this particular image. Will fit through the mini Stamp and Cut machine. What won't fit through the machine is the larger label dies. You need the larger machine. You need the full size machine. label dies. Plus, oh, Terry, you're looking forward to me fussy cutting again. Bless you. The reason I use the dies on this one as well is that it cuts out that middle bit. I could fussy cut for days. Maybe I should do a live of me just fussy cutting for an hour. Right, let's do a panel of white, and we can maybe have the tiled. That's quite bright, isn't it? I wonder if we want. Do you want another blue piece under there? White or blue? White, blue, blue. Maybe a different. This paper is so lovely. Right, let me just have a little dig through. There is this one. It's got that busy pattern. Decisions. Terry said I'd watch that live. I could go navy. I know that's like I could go navy on navy and maybe emboss it. So that panel is 5.8. So if I go 14.5 by 5.4. Yeah. Pop that through the embossing folder. I'm going to use. What am I going to use? I'm looking for the tiled one, but this one, distressed tile. Let me. Did I say pecan pie wrong? It's pecan pie. I need to sing it. There we go. That is the distressed tile embossing folder. I'm not sure if you can even see it on the screen. I'm trying to catch it, but it is beautiful on there. Maybe do one of the larger labels. Now, labels. I always go for the circles. So we could do countryside corner. Or, yeah, what about countryside corner? That going across there. Going that way. What does that look like when it's shut? It's still fit in an envelope. It needs to be that one, doesn't it? So many things out. A circle would be nice. Oh, actually, I wonder if that's probably too. That's just going to cover the whole thing. Too big. Right. Let's cut this one in white. I'll cut it in white. Oh, sorry, bear with me a second. This is the stuff that I don't have prepared. Crafting on the fly. One. And I'm just going to put the countryside corner piece through with the embossed tile so that you've got the embossing going across two pieces. So you've got that there and that there. So you could have it that way, which is nice. I quite like it going longy ways. And then we can have a sentiment, maybe a little happy birthday or something like that. Or all the love, actually. That would be nice, wouldn't it? All the love. This is from the Citrus Blooms set, this sentiment. Perfect for so many occasions, actually. All the love. Gorgeous, gorgeous font. Beautiful, beautiful. I think some ribbon will be in order, yes. Or even some twine. I need to put some iridescent ribbon on my order. I ran out the other day. Some flowers. I might. Now that I can fussy cut, I can get some flowers out of this paper. A few of them. And there are some flower dies that will cut out the dies that are stamped. I think they're not even flowers, and honestly, by the time you spin the die 5 times and then round again another circle to try and find the matching, the correct rotation, you maybe just as well cutting, but especially with the DSP, it's much lighter weight. To cut out. Right, ribbon. What about this silver or gold? That's so pretty. Get some gold on there. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous gold. I'm going to cut this as well. It's already quite thin. Let's cut it in half. Which is, if you've got some twine left, some gold, is it the Simply Elegant trim? I was sad when that retired. I still have a little bit in my stash. I use that a lot. Oop. And it's a bit tricky. There we go. So just pulling off some of the extra bits. And we've got 2 thinner bits of ribbon. Lovely, lovely. Tie them together for a nice double bow. And just pop that underneath the sentiment with some trusty glue dots. So we'll put that on the top of the bow. Pop that under there. And then we can just glue these bits on. Where this is a a dark card base, I would go to the effort of putting a white panel on the back of here. So the same size piece of card I've cut for the front, I would put on the back so that you've got something to write your sentiment onto. But I like to, if I'm sticking a panel on like that, I like to write my card first and then stick the panel of written stuff on, just in case I make an error. Then I can cut another piece of white and stick it on. So I'm not going to stick that on just now, but that is where that would go. So such a fun fold. So you've got that texture, you can catch it in the light better there. How pretty is that? Really gorgeous, that embossing folder, isn't it? And then this one coming across, I'm going to just glue that one. So a good amount of glue in the middle. Center that up. And then the oranges can go on with some dimensionals. So what's coming up in my schedule? I haven't yet got classes published for September onwards. There will be a catalogue launch. I've just got to pin down the date. I just need to do some checking with the family calendar, with things happening, just to make sure that I'm picking the right weekend. But as soon as I've got that, I will share that. So one of the perks for my Card and Cuppa members is they get my catalogue launch for free, but it will be available for others to join, and I will have make and take packs as well if you're in the UK. So details, kind of all the details coming soon. So that's the first thing out the gate as far as new stuff, and then there'll be all the classes September onwards. Let me just leave them for a minute. I tend to do 2 classes a month, one single class. So I do a class at home at the beginning of the month on a Thursday and Friday, and then I offer that as an online class so that anyone in the world can join that class, and that's on a Saturday evening. And then towards the end of the month, it's not always like the last Friday, Saturday, it's just towards the end of the month. I have my double classes, so that's 1 suite, 1 bundle, 1 focus, and I run a class on the Friday and Saturday night, so you get 2 sets of projects, different projects on both evenings. So if you've invested in a bundle, then you get lots of inspiration with them, and they're always good fun. They're always on Zoom, so you've got the live if you can make it live. If you can't make it live, you've got the replay. And as I said at the beginning, you always get your PDF with your photos and your measurements and your instructions as well. So always good fun. Paul, no, there'll be other bits and bobs in August going on in the Card and Cuppa membership. So, but no class at the end of the month. We have got a camping trip. So family camping trip. So that's kind of wiped out my class in August. But we'll be back early September. I do, Terry. Is this the first time you've caught me live? Every Sunday, 8:30. It's not often that I'm not here. Always in YouTube and Facebook. So do come along. If you subscribe to YouTube and do a reminder, you'll get a notification for my lives as well. So it's been lovely having you here. Right, let's just trim that off. There we go. So maybe a few splatters to finish that one off. I mean, I haven't done some splatters this evening, so it'd be rude not to. Orange splatters or navy splatters? That is the question. Orange, I think. orange. Yes. Let's do some orange splatters. Oh, well, I'm glad you found me, and hopefully you will come back, Terry. There we go. You have got a fun fold where you will put your sentiment in the back. But as I say, I would cut that white panel at a later point. And you've got the same fold with the Enduring Beauty. I hope you have enjoyed those cards. I have enjoyed sharing them with you. And I will be back as always next Sunday. Let me have a little look at the date. There's nothing happening, nothing stopping me from being here. So I will be back next Sunday with you all. As always, if you've got any requests for particular stamp sets, please let me know. I'm always happy to have a play if I've got them on my shelf. More than happy to have a play with any that you might request. It's always good to have ideas of what you might like to see. Whether it's a technique or a stamp set, please feel free to reach out and message me. Have a lovely rest of your evening, weekend, Monday morning if you're already there in the other parts of the world. And I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye for now.